Well, my next guest was just 5 years old, living in Nigeria and in a wealthy family. His father died, and the government stripped his family of their remaining livelihood. In a desperate act to provide for her family, his mother brought them to New York. After years of searching for father figures on the streets of the Bronx, God used the Navy SEALs to save his life. Here to share this remarkable story is Remi Adeleke. Hey. Remi,
how you doing?
Delighted to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having
me. Your story sounds like something that some fiction writer would have put together.
I get that all the time.
I mean, you're Nigerian royal family. I'm thinking, yeah, you sent me some emails, some
probably.
money. I got those from you. But seriously, you were from a wealthy Nigerian family.
Yes.
When your father died, everything fell apart.
Yeah, the Nigerian government being very corrupt at the time, and even now to a certain extent, they stripped my father of his most valuable asset, and that's the Banana Island. My dad had invested millions and millions of dollars in this project to develop one of the first man-made islands in the world. And when they took that from him and my dad went to go battle him in court, he died days later. And we went from rich, having absolutely everything, traveling the world, nannies, cars, drivers, to poor. And that's when my mom said, there's no way I'm raising my two boys here, and she permanently relocated us to the States.
And that had to have been a culture shock to get to New York and the Bronx. You got into some trouble as a kid. What happened?
Yeah, you know, not having a father figure, I got caught up in what I had seen so much, you know. So I started out stealing from my mom, and then that progressed to selling drugs, and that progressed to running high-level scams. And by the time I was 19, I had built this illegal enterprise where I was bringing in thousands and thousands of dollars a week.
The Navy doesn't take people like you, Remi.
They don't.
They don't want people like you.
Exactly.
So how in the heck did you get in the Navy and then the SEALs?
Yeah, I was blessed. I went to the recruiter's office one day and I ran into the right person. And you know, God strategically led me to this recruiter, Tiana Reyes, and she was from the Bronx. So after she ran my background and she found out I had 2 warrants out for my arrest, instead of turning me in, because she knew the statistics, she took a risk on me. She took me to both judges, the judge in New Jersey and the judge in New York. Both of them expunged my record after she advocated on my behalf. And then she fudged the paperwork to sneak me into the Navy. And that's how I got in the Navy. She died 4 years later, I found out. She died of a very rare autoimmune disease. Yeah, she was my angel, you know.
But before that, she saved your life.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, you get into the Navy.
Yeah.
I mean, did you say, I think I'm going to be a SEAL. I'm going to do the hardest thing in the military. I'm going to be a SEAL.
Yeah, it kind of happened that way. And when I got to boot camp, a SEAL came and he put on a presentation about what SEALs do, and I was like, I know I can't swim, I don't have the academic scores, I'm skinny, but I want to be a frogman. And so it took me a year to finally get prepped to get accepted into the program, but I eventually got in.
So fast forward a little bit. I mean, you serve your country, you have a remarkable career as a Navy SEAL, but then you get into things like acting. In the movie Transformers, for heaven's sake.
I was in grad school writing papers, and my phone rings, and on the other end of the line is a lady, and she's like, hey, a director's looking for somebody with your background to be in a film. What are you doing tomorrow? And literally...
That's it?
That's how it happened. Next day I'm on set. That one day turned into 3 weeks. 3 weeks turned into 6 months, and my film TV career started.
So one of the things that comes through in your writing and in your conversation is a love of God.
Amen.
And you see him as a father figure.
Amen.
How important is it that young men see fathers in their lives that love them, protect them, care for them, lead them?
It's 100%. I mean, when you look at my story, why I went down the path I went down was because I didn't have a positive male role model to get in my face and say, that's not right, that's right. And so for me now as a father, I have 3 sons, you know, so I feel like I have this redemptive arc now, but I have this responsibility to be in my kids' lives and to show them what love is and to show them what grace is and what leadership is and integrity. And it's so important. I want my sons to be 10 times better men than I could ever be because they had a father in their life.
What I'm hearing you say, without any doubt, is that dads still have a very important role to play.
Yeah, I think every young boy needs a man to teach him how to be a man. And every young girl needs a man to teach her how to be loved by a man. You know, so that when she grows up, she has that example. When he grows up, you know, he knows how to lead that girl properly, or that wife, or that woman properly. So I agree with you 100%.
What did you learn? And give him a nice hand for that. He is exactly right. What did you learn as a SEAL that you've been able to translate into your life as a dad?
Wow, so much. Well, the big thing is every great leader will never make you do something that they have not done or that they are not willing to do. And so that's something I learned in the SEAL teams, you know. And when my platoon leader was like, hey, climb that mountain, he either did it or he was doing it with me.
Yeah.
And so as a father, I try to, if I tell my sons, hey, that's how you need to treat a woman, then I better be treating my wife that way. If I tell my sons, this is what integrity is, I need to be showing integrity. So that for me is just that stellar example of a leader. That's something that was ingrained in me in SEAL training. And then also, you know, whatever you do with excellence. Don't halfway it. You know, something that was literally beaten to me in the SEAL training. And it's something that I try to pass on to my kids. You know, you're not gonna be perfect. Life is not, no one's perfect, but strive towards that perfection, that excellence.
Remi, can I tell you something? You're doing movies now, and that's part of your life.
Yes, sir.
There needs to be a movie about your life.
Yes, sir.
This book ought to be made into a movie. It'll be one of the most inspirational movies.
Thank you.
And the great thing is, it'll be true. And I hope people will read the book and they'll join me in saying to Hollywood, hey, make a movie out of this. It's really good. Be sure to pick up a copy of Remi's book. It's called Transform. You can get it online or through other major book retailers. It is a life changer for men and especially for fathers. So if you're a dad, check out this book. And you can follow Remi on social media at Remi Adeleke.